Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Any Tech. Today we will learn about installing Python. So in order to install Python, you will need two things. One is the Python language itself, and second is some IDE, that is the integrated development environment, to run the Python on your machine. So in order to install Python, there is this URL that you can use. So let me show you how we can do it. So you need to go to this website, and under the download section you will be able to see the option to download the Python language. So this 3.12.5 is the latest version of Python that is available. I can download this version. So based on your operating system, be it your Windows, Linux or Mac, you can definitely download the Python language. So this is the first part where we have downloaded the Python language. Now, once you have downloaded the Python, the next thing that you have to do is you have to install some IDE. Now, there are different IDEs that are available. I will suggest you can install PyCharm as the IDE. So for installing PyCharm, this is the URL that we can use. Again, let me show you how it works. So this is the landing page. When you hit the URL, you will be navigated to the download section of PyCharm. And then there are two editions that are available for PyCharm. We have the professional edition and then we have the community edition. So the professional edition is not free of cost, right? And if you scroll down, you will be able to find the community edition as well. So community edition is something that is free and open source. So definitely you can download this for the purpose of learning Python. So once you install Python language as well as the IDE, you are good to go to learn the Python language. Now here comes the bonus part. There is something called as Anaconda, which is basically a package in which you will get the Python language, that is the interpreter for Python, as well as some of the libraries that you get free with the help of Anaconda package, right? So if you install Anaconda, that will be like one stop solution and you do not have to install Python or any other IDE. So it will have some inbuilt IDE, as well as it will have a variety of libraries that are available within Anaconda. So for installing Anaconda, you can go to this URL. So we can go to this URL and we will be asked to provide the email address here. You can definitely enter your email address here, and then the download link will be shared on your email address. So let me show you how it looks. For me, the Anaconda is already installed, but then this is how it looks. You will see the download link with the email, and then once you click on download now, you will be redirected to the download page of Anaconda, right? So based on your operating system, you can download the Anaconda. Now let us try to get familiar with the look and feel of Anaconda. So again, I will go back and I will have to search on my machine with something called as Anaconda. Now, one thing to note here is there are two kind of things that you get with Anaconda. You get something called as navigator, and then you get something called as prompt, right? So prompt is basically the command line using which you can interact with Anaconda, and navigator is basically the GUI, that is the graphical user interface. One most important thing to note here is if you are using the Mac OS, you will not get the option for using prompt. It is only for Windows and other OS that you will have the option for using Anaconda using prompt. On Mac OS, if you want to use prompt, you will need to do it via terminal, right? For the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to rely only on Anaconda Navigator. So let me just open this Anaconda Navigator, and this is how it looks like. So if I maximize, you can see that there are different libraries that are provided for free with the help of Anaconda Navigator. You have something called as PyCharm Professional. So even PyCharm is provided free, right? And then you have Notebook, right? This is one more ID that is called as Jupyter Notebook, and then couple of other libraries are also provided for free, right? So for the purpose of this tutorial, we can use Jupyter Notebook. How we can use Jupyter Notebook is you have to click on launch. One more thing to note here is Jupyter Notebook is basically web-based GUI that lets you connect and work on the Python language. So let me click on launch here. And once I click on launch, it will navigate me to the home page of Jupyter Notebook. And this is how the home page of Jupyter Notebook looks like. And when you have to work for the first time, what you can do is you can click on new and then you can click on notebook. Once you click on notebook, the notebook will be created. I will have to double click on this notebook to open it, and once it open it will ask for kernel. So the kernel is something that you can select Python 3, which is the latest version of Python 3 as of now, and then I can hit select, right? So this is what the look and feel of Jupyter notebook is, and you have several options for file, edit, view, run, kernel, settings, and help, right? So if you go to file, you have the option for new console for notebook, save notebook, and so on. Now note that the default file format for Python is called as IPYNB. But then if you have to export the file in other formats, that also you can do. So there are other formats also that are available. So once you write your query in the Jupyter notebook, you can also export that file in the file formats other than IPYNB, which is the default file format for Python language in Jupyter notebook. Now there is a second option also that is available, that is called as edit. Here you will see option for undo, redo, copy cell, paste the copied cell, and all these things. So basically all the options related to cell. Now what is cell? So this thing that you see here, it is basically called as cell. So in cell basically you write your Python queries, right? So any Python query that you write is within your cell. So you can copy the cell, you can move the cell from one place to other, or you can duplicate the cell. All these things you can do with the help of edit options that are provided here. There are some options for view where you can change the look and feel of what you see on Jupyter. Then we have some option for run, where you can run the selected cell, you can run the couple of cells together, right? So all these options you can utilize via run. Then there is something called as kernel. So kernel is where the execution of Python via Jupyter notebook will take place. So you have the option for interrupting the kernel, you can restart it, you can reconnect to it, right? So sometimes when we face issues with respect to executing the queries, we explore the options that are available in kernel. Then you also have options for settings, where you can do some of the basic things and some of the basic settings for Jupyter notebook. It also lets you change the theme, so you can select the dark theme. So for now I was having light theme, I have selected the dark. You can switch between the different themes, and you cannot change the language. But then there are other options that are available as well. You can change the theme for your terminal as well, right? Decrease the font size, increase the font size, right? All these things you can do via settings option. And then there is a help section also that is available, where we have some good documentation and helping resources if you face any challenges with respect to using the Jupyter notebook. So these are some of the things. And one more thing to note here is there is an option that is available for keyboard shortcuts. So this is one of the most interesting thing, and you can set your keyboard shortcuts all by yourself. For example, undo, if you want to do CMD plus Z, that is fine. But then if you want to do with some other key, that also you can define here. And you can basically customize the keyboard shortcuts that you have and that you want to use with the Jupyter notebook. So that is all that is needed for the installation part. If we have to start running the programs on the Jupyter notebook, how we can do is we can write the queries within the cell. So for example, we can write the print statement, the very first statement that we are going to use in this series. So we will write print, and then we can provide a statement here. So I can write welcome to any many tech, and then I'll provide the double quotes here, close the bracket, and then I'll hit on run. So you see the command is successful and you are provided with the output here. So that is it for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.